don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello there. I've just finished episode. I think I said episode the other video too. I just finished chapter 8. I just finished chapter 8. I can't talk. Yeah, apparently things are starting to finally move in the book. They have been, but this time it's just like Lier set fire to a human camp because they didn't obey the order. You basically have to set example. Kind of like typical military tactics. You have to train them. They're supposed to be punished if they don't do it. Of course, it's kind of an extreme because, let's face it, people will die in a massive wildfire that they created because, I mean, it's old leathers and things. When the fire starts, those things are going to light up. The furs, especially. Yeah, but like I was saying in the first beginning of chapter 8, like, I'm noticing things. It's just like the problem I had was when I wrote the first one, and then I went on to, I was going to do book 2, but I stopped. I was like, you know what? Because the editor kept asking me questions. I dictate, I try to correct, but I'm dyslexic, and for some reason, everything makes sense to me. Everything makes absolutely sense to me. So I was getting asked questions, and I was just explaining everything. Is just like, this is what's happening here, this is what's happening here. The problem is, because I'm explaining it to the editor starts getting the visual, and it becomes hard for them to correct unless they like do it on the spot. So they're like little things. Are just like, so I'm realizing after the fact, I literally proofread the book like right after helping the editor. So I was already in a mindset where I already saw everything. For me, everything already made sense. Like, that's the problem I had with the editor talked to me, which is like, what does this scene mean? And I was like, it makes perfect sense to me. I wrote it and my mind was already there. So it's just like, it makes perfect sense to me. And then I start explaining as to why it makes sense, and then they correct it. But it's just like, that was the problem. It's like, here I am reading the book after I've written my second book and working on the third book, or not third book in this series, but another book. Working on a third book, and I'm going back to this and realizing, yeah, there are little things I would have liked to tweak here and there, which I probably should have. I just didn't notice it on my final revision because I was still in the first book's mindset. I should have continued on to the second book. I honestly should have. I shouldn't have waited, which is why I technically finished book 2 and worked on book 3, while the editor is spending a while on book 2. So it'll be out eventually. Most likely by the time I'm done with this series of reading the book, I'll have that done. Yeah, but yeah, that's one thing. It's just like I've realized it's like trying to learn the best way, and I'm terrible with punctuation, so I feel sorry. I apologize to my editor. I apologize sincerely. I know how difficult it is. I dictate. I don't punctuate. There are a ton of mistakes that are done. I need to figure out the best way to do it properly. I'll get there. I'm pretty sure there's software that'll add the punctuation for me because it can get a good rhythm of my cadence, the way I talk. And since I like to talk a lot into a microphone, it will perfectly understand me at some point in time. But till that point, yeah, it's just one of those things that I'll just have to get used to. Yeah, and I haven't been able to even work on book 3 because my job has been killing me. Hopefully, I'm working full time on writing at this point in time when I'm finally getting people watching my videos. Honestly, I'm pretty sure no one will watch these videos until I finally have gotten 20 books down the road, and then people start finding me and just like, okay, let's see what we did, and then they're going to be watching the videos and like, this guy's a moron. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, it's going to end up like several years down the road, someone's going to put a comment just like, you're right about that moron part. Like, I thought you were smart, but then seeing you in person reading your own books, you don't seem that smart. Yeah, but you got to laugh at yourself. I feel like you have to laugh at yourself. If you don't laugh at yourself, then you're doomed to always be disappointed in life. Yeah. Thank you all for watching. Yeah, I don't have much comments on the chapter. I actually liked where it was going. I liked the pacing I did. I liked how basically the mother was disappointed in her daughter and finding reasons to give her the task. I wish I would have explained the transition between her jamming the sword in the trunk and then going to a flashback a little better, a little more clearly, because reading it I was just like, it just seems to have just happened. I thought I had cleared it up beforehand, but on rereading it like later after 2 other books, it is more difficult. I do still see that there was an issue there. What else? I wish I would have done more with like the setting fire to the humans area. I would have liked to have added a scene beforehand, like the old man coming to Lier and basically begging for more time. And there was a scene. I think it's actually in a later scene, but I think I had actually written it or removed it. Yeah, no, it's a later scene. It's a later scene. I still have a visual of it. And I was like, that's how it went down. I was like, no. But I honestly wish I would have added it here too. So it's kind of like a repeat history. They didn't learn from their first mistake, that they just kept doing the same mistake over and over and over and over again. Every time it's a new regiment, they just make the same mistake as the previous regiment because, well, they don't listen. Thank you all for watching. Toodles.